What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the TRÜF Life Podcast. Today is a very exciting episode, just like every episode. We're still in our financial literacy season, season 3. We're getting our finances right. Lately, we've been talking about how to get our money right. We've been talking about how to budget. We've been talking about all the basics of financial literacy. Today, I want to talk a little bit more about the mentality with your finances. And who's better than to have the mentality like a 50 Cent? And 50 Cent, one of his make 'em pay line is get rich or die trying. I always use 50 as an example in year 2005 when he came out with his video game, he came out with his album, he came out with a movie, all in the same year, and all was high quality. That inspired me so much, man. To this day, I always mark the year 2005, year 2050, because the video game, I think it was called Bulletproof. Amazing. I really I went crazy on that game. I loved the movie Get Rich or Die Trying, and the album was hard. It's a classic. So year 2005 was year 2050. And what that did was it made me change my outlook on life and how I wanted to be successful in life. You know, some movies can inspire you, some movies can entertain you, some movies can drain you. But that movie inspired me. And what it inspired me to do was to find out how to start failing a lot, because I wanted to do stuff. I wanted to do a lot in life. I knew I had goals. I knew I had dreams, but I knew that I had no clout. Nobody believed in me. Nobody took me serious. So I had to figure it out. I had to figure out how to get going. So what I learned was how to start failing a lot. I actually went out for the basketball team. I got cut in middle school. I got cut on JV. I got lied to, said, yo, let me tell you a story about my JV story when I didn't make the team. I was in high school and I was still playing with the elementary school because they had a tryout at school, right? So I'm like, okay, try it out. I go back to football practice, doing my thing. And I noticed it's time to start playing the games. I didn't get no information. So I'm like, yo, we ain't putting no information out about who made the team or who didn't make the team. They was like, man, we put the list out. I think you was on the list. I'm like, you think I was on the list, but you didn't come tell me? It was like, well, if you was on it, you ain't on it no more. And like laughed it off and walked off. Just straight dogged on me, just straight trashed on me. And this was my guy who did it to me. One of my coaches, if you went to my school, you know what coach it was. But yeah, man, he laughed at me and just straight shitted on me, man. And it crushed me because I know he wasn't trying to just tell me, yo, you didn't make the team, to my face. So that took me back to my backyard. And I just started going harder than I ever went. Every day I just was working out, and I wasn't really trying to make the team. I wasn't working out to make the team. I was working out to stay sane. I was working out to become a machine, because I was thinking about maybe I might need to transfer. Maybe I might need to go to this hood and show them who the best player is in the town. PE, physical education. For lunchtime, I got to show guys who's the best player at the school. I didn't make the team, but it's going to be some noise being made around the school about this kid that got next. He didn't get picked first. He didn't get picked second. He had the next game. I'm that guy that come on the court that's going to make a difference. I'm the guy that's going to come on the court and ain't never getting off the court. That was my mentality when I went back to my house. When I went back to my house in my backyard, I wasn't playing. I wasn't working on my game to make the team. I was working on my game to get some noise, some buzz. I'm going to the neighborhood playground in the hood. I'm playing against all the older guys. I'm playing with the stronger guys. I'm making a scene. Everybody, I want him on my team. That's how I knew I was making a difference. I failed as a boyfriend a lot. A lot of it was bad picking and a lot of bad choices. But all of those bad choices and a lot of those bad picking, those relationships that just wasn't good for me, got me married to the woman the woman that I have a bunch of fun with. It's been 3-4 years. We still ain't have an argument. Everything is just exactly how I planned it out. But I had to go through those tough times. I had to get left. I had to get abandoned. I had to get lied to. I had to get cheated on. I had to get, man, y'all don't know the half, man. I had to fail a lot, failed a lot as a brother, failed a lot as a son. I had to make amends. I had to make sure I start dedicating my life to my sisters, my nieces, my nephews, my mama, because I put so much focus onto this basketball that I forgot about the most important thing, family. You focus on the money so much, you forget about family. Family is more important than money. You have all that money. I found myself with a bunch of money in 5-star hotels, taking trips, and I found myself by myself. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. Being by yourself while you feel successful. So I failed as a son. I failed as a brother. I failed as a nephew. You know, now the main thing I do in life is I'm piecing everything together. I'm working on a relationship with my mom, making sure me, my sister, and brothers, I'm staying in contact. I'm piecing together my father's side of the family. I'm reaching out to my father. What's up, bruh? It's my guy. You know, before this year, me and my dad probably talk a total of 10 times. We talk every weekend now. That's my guy, you know, because you got to get better. You got to get better. You're dealing with all these situations. That's why you got to fail a lot so you can get better. Once you fail, you know where you at. Now, how can we pass the test next time? How can we get better? What can we work on? You know, what can we focus on? How can we add value? That's what I was focusing on, man. That when I seen 50 Cent, I was thinking, he done got shot 9 times. Jaws locked up. Boy came back and made hits. He made it work. He used his voice as an instrument. So go out and fail a lot, man. I'm telling you, failing is almost like a magic key. You know what I'm saying? And whenever the reason why a lot of people don't fail because they don't start. Just start. You know, I work with a lot of people to help people build their brands. People come to me with business ideas all the time. And they tell me about a logo. They tell me about a website. They tell me about color schemes. They tell me about all of these arbitrary measurements that just does not matter. That just does not matter. And while they're worrying about the aesthetics, while they're worrying about all of these things that don't matter, they don't start. They put it off for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Next thing you know, nothing happens. Nothing grows. Nothing comes of it. They just keep on worrying about what's next and how I can make it look pretty and how people gonna mess with it and how much likes it's gonna get. We're not worrying about likes when you're trying to get rich or when you're trying to get rich. Or you're gonna die trying. You're not worrying about likes. You're not worrying about views. You're worrying about impact. You're worrying about helping people. You're worrying about making people feel every piece of energy that from whatever you're trying to grow, whatever you're trying to get started, you're trying to get people to be super involved in that. You don't care about how much people like it, how much people like it and how much people viewing it in real life. That's what you focus on, getting started. Start wherever you at. I want to make this podcast tonight. I don't know if y'all hearing it, but Yaya downstairs, she's closing the door, opening the door. It's probably going to affect the audio. But if I'd have just kept waiting around for Yaya to calm down, I would never got started. This is a prime example in real time. I'm getting started on this podcast because I want to put this out. I want to do it earlier so I can edit it better. I want to keep on growing the podcast. It's getting better week by week. So just start. You don't need no mic. You don't need no fancy car. You don't need no certain football, no certain basketball. You don't need no certain job. Wherever you at, start where you at and figure it out along the way. Don't sit around and look for inspiration all day, every day. You waiting for somebody to inspire you. That's going to turn into you not doing nothing. You're going to take in all this information from YouTube. You're going to take in all this information from Instagram, Twitter, taking all this information from your friends and family. You're going to take in all this information. All you're doing is receiving information, but you ain't getting nothing done. You hear it? You ain't getting nothing done. Sometimes you got to put up with it. It might not be as greasy. It might not be perfect, but you got to do what you got to do. I'm going to go downstairs and tackle Yaya, and I'm going to go back to my happy life because my wife happy husband. But anyway, While we're here, man, when y'all get a chance, check out the website, TyrenJohnson.com. I've been updating it lately, but check out the Make 'em Pay ebook. What else they got up on there? You can check out some online training. If you're a basketball player, you can click the private coaching link if you want me to mentor you. TyrenJohnson.com. If you guys are music producers or you guys are rappers or something like that, click my beats link and you can go to my website, TyrenBeats.com. It'll send you directly there. You can get your beats there, your leases for your beats there. If you want something exclusive, always better. Go there over there at TyrenBeats.com and get going, man. But yeah, man, we back on getting rich or die trying. Your rich life is your rich life. Don't compare your rich life to somebody else. Because somebody else got a BMW, somebody else got a Mercedes-Benz, somebody else got a Lamborghini, a Ferrari. Don't think that has to be you. Your rich life is your rich life. How much money you make, if you can manage that money well, you can live a good life. Some people, rich life is going to work, coming home, drinking a beer, watching a football game. If they're happy with their life, they're rich. They're not wealthy, but they're rich. Because that's what they want to do. And they're happy doing that. Because me, I like to wear custom clothes. I want to drive a nice car. I want to stay in 5-star hotels. I want to travel the world. That's my rich life. That's not everybody's rich life. So don't go broke trying to live somebody else's life. Don't risk your life trying to live somebody else's life. You know how many guys I know that turn straight to drugs and straight to fast money because they're trying to live somebody else's rich life? When in reality, they get the money, they get the hundreds of thousands, the millions of dollars, and they realize, life pretty much the same after 100K living in the country, after 75K living in the country, living in a big city outside of New York and San Francisco. Life after 100K is pretty much the same. All you're going to do is consume more. But once you find out who you are, what's your hobbies, what you like doing, how you like spending your time, you'll realize that life is very simple. Life is very simple. Once you figure that out, then you're going to see how fast you can get rich. Because rich is a subjective term. Now, wealthy is when your net worth is up there. Whenever you got some wealth, you got generational wealth, your kids is eating off of your wealth. That's what I strive for. But that might not be what you strive for. So don't do things that's going to risk your life, risk your freedom to get what they will call rich. The guys with the money phones to their ear, those guys ain't rich. Rich people don't do that. I hate to say it, man. Rich people just don't do that. Rich people don't got to show you that they're rich. You know a person is rich just from their aura sometimes. Just from their aura. A good indication of me while I'm coming up, look at me. No shave, no haircut. I'm not branding myself or nothing like that. I'm slipping. I'm criticizing myself in my own podcast. I'm slipping. I'm tripping. I should have been prepared for this for 2-3 days. But I'm slipping or tripping. You can tell I'm not where I need to be. I got more way to go. So just like I'm giving you guys a game, I give myself the game, and I'm not afraid to look myself in the mirror and tell myself when I'm tripping. I got all this fancy equipment. I got all these things I buy. Laptop, $2,000-$3,000, speakers, nice cameras, microphones, iPhones, lights. I got everything, and I'm slipping. I should have the most beautiful set, the best audio. I should have the best everything because I got the money to do it, but I'm slipping. You see? And what happens when you slip, you don't live a rich life. You're always stressing. You're always worrying because you're not living to your full potential. Living to your full potential, that's how you're going to feel like you're rich. And I know when I'm rich, I know that I'll be rich if I never have to set an alarm clock and I never have to be cold. That's how I know I'm rich. When I never have to set an alarm clock to wake up and I'm never cold. I hate waking up to an alarm clock and I hate the cold. I'm in France right now because I'm not rich. I'm over here trying to make the bread so I can be rich, use this money, reinvest it, and make this money make money for me. If it wasn't for money, I would not be in France. Bottom line. This is not about love for basketball. I don't love basketball this much to sacrifice my family, sacrifice my friends, sacrifice my lifestyle, sacrifice everything that I love doing in America, sacrificing all of that just to play some basketball. I love the game. Don't get it twisted. I love the competition and I love the experience. But I love my family and I love my life in America way more. So why not go back there wealthy? Not rich. Why not go back there wealthy? So I gotta figure it out. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody always asks, get rich or die trying. How do you get rich? You get rich simple. It's simple to get rich. Look how Jeff Bezos got rich. Look how Elon Musk got rich. These guys solve problems. Steve Jobs, look how they got rich. These guys solve problems. You know how you FaceTime because of Steve Jobs? You don't got to put gas in your car no more because of Elon Musk. You order something and you get it ASAP because of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. People solve problems. Solve problems. The amount of problems you can solve is the amount of money you're going to make. Help people. Help a bunch of people, man. You want to make $1 billion? There's a quote say you want to make $1 billion, help 1 billion people. Out of those 1 billion people, somebody going to put you on. Because when you get to them type of numbers, your network becomes your net worth. Then you shooting your shot. You're getting your attempts in. As you're getting your attempts in, man, get told no 1,000 times per day. If you get told 1,000 times per day and you get 3 yes, those 3 yes might be 500, 1,500, 15,000. We don't know where that's going to go. You guys want to play basketball professionally, man, post your highlights. Post your workouts. Post pictures. Nah, but you won't be on the gram. You want respect. You won't be on the gram. You won't be on social media. You want to point your middle fingers in the camera. You want to take pictures with alcohol. You want to take pictures with blunt. You want to have videos on the internet with blunts in your mouth. Man, people ain't trying to sign that. I got nothing against none of that, but people ain't trying to sign that. Nobody trying to do business with that. Except for other people in that field. But we know people in that field are kind of self-made, kind of to themselves. When you're dealing with these corporations, when you're dealing with these teams, man, them people ain't trying to sign you with your middle finger up in the air. Who gonna give you a scholarship when you taking pictures with your middle finger in a camera? Come on, man. What OGs taught y'all that? Who gonna give y'all a job when you got money phones to your ear? You know what I'm saying? You hustling backwards. You ain't doing nothing but making yourself a target. Pointing your middle finger to that, people gonna look at you like you're ignorant. Putting the money phones to your ear, people gonna try to rob you. That's just the honest truth. People ain't telling y'all that. They laughing and liking the pics. Gang, saying, man, gang is a real thing. Don't get rich and then die being stupid. Get rich or die trying. That means go hard. Do the best that you can. And if you die in the process, shit. That's why people don't call me king. I ain't no king. I'm a peasant. Because another man still dictate my life. So I'm a peasant. I got inspiration and dreams to be a king. But I ain't no king. Don't call me king. I ain't calling no women queen. Until y'all act like queens. Until I act like a king. I don't play them. I don't redefine words. A king means something. A queen means something. But I'm going to die trying to be one day. Not really die, but figuratively speaking. If you understand what I mean. Life too short to have dreams and not go and pursue them. Now what are we doing? Stay in tune with yourself. Stay in tune with your mental. Stay in tune with your family. Add value to the world. And you should eventually live a truth life. So every day, make them pay so that one day you can live a truth life. Like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, review. If you're listening to this on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can check this out on tyronjohnson.com/podcast. Yeah, man, share this with your friends, man. Leave the comments down below. Let me know what you think, man. Who trying to get rich or die trying, man. Until next time, I'm out. This might have been my best episode.